Coming up on MCTV this week, local students travel to Indiana to protest the Religious Freedom Restoration Act, and the FWord Speaker Series returns to campus. This week starts now. Hello and welcome to MCTV this week. For Alistair Ramsey, I'm Tori Philbin. Local Monmouth and Knox College students traveled to Indianapolis on Saturday to gather with thousands of protesters to oppose the Religious Freedom Restoration Act. This bill states that it protects people of religious faith from governmental repercussions or overreach if it conflicts with their religious beliefs. However, many feel that since Indiana has not adopted protection for LGBT individuals, that it opens the door for businesses to refuse service and discriminate based on sexual orientation. A rally against this law, organized by PFLAG, President Annette Gross brought speakers of both sexualities and political parties alike to speak out against the new law.
I didn't really believe I was happy. I was pleasantly surprised about how quickly the marriage thing turned over. So I think we have the power, and I think it can be done.
No hate in our state! No hate in our state!
I never expected 2,300 people to sign up on Facebook and then to have them all show up. I mean, I don't know how to count these numbers, but I don't think there was a lot of standing room left. So I think it turned out really well. And I think people walked away with a really positive message.
It is unclear whether or not the law will be changed or overturned to include protection for sexual minorities.
The FWord Series brings speakers to campus to discuss their personal experiences with feminism. Last Monday, Director of American Association of University Women, Donna Sposton, shared her observation of women's roles both in her family and in society. She also talked about the barriers that she, as well as many people, encounter while seeking to achieve feminism.
I've been told that sometimes girls are afraid to speak out on this campus now. That was not my experience at Monmouth. I had all men professors, the brightest biology majors. There were 5 of us women who we led the class, and yet it was our lesser achieving male students that went to medical school. We didn't have that option. I think we need, as people, just keep all our options open, and I think we need to respect other genders, and we need to respect transgendered, we need to respect men as well as women in the changing roles in society.
The FWord Speaker Series was created by Dr. Marlo Belschner in 2007 to explore feminism.
Are they fighting or dancing? This is a question many people ask themselves while watching Capoeira. Last Thursday night, MC students were invited to participate in a class of Capoeira, an art form for resistance. Before the class, students were given a lecture on the history of Capoeira. The students learned about Capoeira originated in Brazil because of slavery and how it became illegal to perform at one point. After some years, this form of art became legitimate and a big part of their culture. The students were also shown 2 videos demonstrating people playing Capoeira to get a sense of what movement they would learn. To begin the class, the students were asked to walk around in a circle. Afterwards, they were taught a series of different movements. Some professors participated to create the music that goes along with the dance. At the end of the class, it all came together as they played Capoeira and learned a few of the songs that go along with the movement. Instructor Dennis Caramonte later told us why he chose a specific type of Capoeira.
I think Capoeira Angola chose me, because I think Capoeira is the one who chose it. And I chose Capoeira Angola because that thing, Capoeira not against the other Capoeiras, but Capoeira Angola to be the traditional one, go more to that part of the resistance and also kind of tell you more like about the Africans, more about the Brazilians, more about the whole culture, and also teach you things sometimes in Brazil in the past, like when I used to study, don't teach you in the schools. Like they talk about the slavery in Brazil was kind of something embarrassing, and I think they don't talk in the school. When the Capoeira Angola started teaching me that.
This event was sponsored by the Public Affairs Committee and Modern Foreign Languages.
Last Wednesday, the Monmouth College sorority and fraternity community hosted their annual Greek Week show on campus. Members of Monmouth College's various fraternities and sororities showcased their dancing, singing, and comedic talents on stage. The show featured musical numbers as well as comedic skits. The Greek organizations were split into 3 groups and had to each perform a choreographed number to win the show. Each organization also had a god or goddess as well as demigods that also competed in the talent portion of the show. At the end, all gods and goddesses and demigods were asked to draw and answer a question. The Greek Week show is just one of the several events and fundraisers which raise money for both Tessa Jones, a member of Pi Beta Phi who was injured in an unfortunate accident and in need of medical care, and Stella's Voice.
And Stella's Voice is very close to this campus. We've actually had, what the speaker said, 2 actual women from Stella's Voice come to campus, so that's a great opportunity for us. So it's very close to home here. But also, since we have a member in the Greek community that needs our support, we love to, raise funds, raise awareness, and really get her going, and excited to be back on campus with all her sisters.
Greek Week is an annual event that showcases the many talents of the sororities and fraternities at Monmouth College.
Taking a look at some events on campus this week. Today is the last day of housing signups. If you have not already chosen where you want to live, be sure to stop by the Glennie Gymnasium in the Huff Center before 7 p.m. Also tonight at 7, Alpha Xi Delta hosts its Light It Up Blue event on the Wallace Hall Plaza. And Easter break starts this Friday. There will not be any classes until Tuesday, April 7th. We hope you enjoy your break.
Coming up in sports, Knox College comes to town for a doubleheader in softball. Highlights next.
Swimming in a race is one of the most invigorating and exciting things that I've ever done. The feeling of nervousness you get before your race. When the starter blows the whistle and you step up on the block. The entire pool is cheering. The noise is almost deafening. And the starter says, "Take your mark. Go." Everything happens in a flash. You hit the wall. Your teammates are cheering for you. You swim the last lap with all you've got. And then it's over.
This past Saturday, Scott's softball took on rival Knox College, and after winning Game 1 8-0, they went back to the field for Game 2. In the bottom of the third, Scott's leading 11-7. Taylor Smith rips a single up the middle and would later score off a Hayes double. The Scots stretched their lead to 15-7, and pitching helped the Scots late to keep Knox off the board in the final 2 innings. Freshman Hannah Drowns goes 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs as the Scots go on to win the second game, completing the sweep against Prairie Fire. Final score, Scots 15, Knox 7.
Our plan was just to score as many runs as possible. It's Knox, it's our big rival, and we wanted to beat them as bad as we could.
The Scots are currently on the road taking on Illinois Wesleyan and will return on Friday to face Illinois College. That's it for sports. Here are your scores for this week.
Pianists Joe Brown and Heidi Reep performed duet piano pieces at Dell Chapel last Friday night. Pieces performed included their favorite piece, Johnny Has Gone for a Soldier, as well as other pieces of 4 fantasies on American folk songs by Donald Townsend, and also some Debussy and Schubert pieces. Brown and Reep met at Iowa Wesleyan, where Brown was a professor emeritus of music.
My mother was a pianist, and we had a piano in our home, and she played, and she was really good, and I loved the sound.
Brown and Reep both live in Mount Pleasant, Iowa, and frequently perform piano recitals together.
That's it for MCTV this week. I'm David Bible.
And I'm Alistair Ramsey, and make sure to tune in 2 weeks for another installment of MCTV.
And I'm Tori Philbin. You can also visit us on the web at monmouthcollege.edu/mctv. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.